Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to NetGalley November Sprints. I'm your host, Courtney. Nice to meet you. How's everybody going today? It's been a day, I tell you that already. I walked in a little while ago and still trying to get my bearings today. Been out running around in the streets, but I made it back and I'm happy about that. So, how is everybody doing? How's everybody's reading going? Hey, Cassia, how are you doing, lovely, lovely person? What is going on? I think Coda is finishing up sprints right now, right? I haven't been on the internet, or at least YouTube internet, all morning long because I've been out in the streets doing things. But you know what? It'll work itself out. So that's that. And I'm just trying to get my bearings of what things I'm doing here. Got a nice cup of tea though, so I can relax my mind and my soul and get it right. I know, right? Oh man. Yeah, it's just a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, y'all. I wish I could fast forward to like a month from now. And then things will be a little more evened out for me. Until then, I got a lot of things, but it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. I'm trying to still be around and at the same time get all of these things straightened out. So it's just, Anyway, how's everybody doing? What is going on? What are y'all doing with your day? Let me get a piece of paper so I can see what y'all have been reading today. See if I want to get involved in all of that stuff. So let me know what books books you have been reading and what's been going on for y'all. Mm-hmm. Hey Vanessa, how are you doing, lovely lady? It's been a week hanging in there. Yeah, it's always something that comes up, right? I don't like this adulting thing. Let's just stop doing it. Stop doing it, okay? Showing some love to the like button, much appreciated. I'm always grateful for it, y'all. Hey, Alicia, Coast fishing up through all the comments. Okay, that works. That works. Coda. Oh, yes. He can take his time. Take his time, okay? Jaleesa is trying to wrap up work and head home. I like that idea. Okay, so tired from the week. I forgot it is Friday. See, I don't do like the traditional 9 to 5. So the days of the week kind of blend together. This has been one of those hodgepodge type things, weeks. So, generally, it's work and just little things around the house. But this has been one of those, I've been running around town as well as work, putting on the thinking caps, all that stuff. So been one of those things, and didn't even have a chance to read my book today too. So I had it, just didn't get to it. So I hope you have a good weekend, Vanessa, though. Relax your soul. Hey, Judith, cake lover. I like that name. I'm a cake lover too. How are you doing today? Vanessa will reading Six Scorched Roses. I like that name. Six. Is that a fantasy? Six Scorched Roses. That sounds like a series right there, right there. How's that going? Hello, Leslie, right? Let me know. It looks like my face is, I was like this. That was what on my screen froze, right? Anyway, hello. I believe it's Leslie. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? How you doing in California? How's the weather? Yes, you do still have the rest of your morning ahead of you. I'm on the stretch going into evening time. We're at 1:05, so just into the afternoon. Hey, Callum, how are you doing? New to the channel, going to be listening to Malice by John Gwynne till I reach 50%. So how far do you have to go into this 50%? I'm just writing down your books. Because I've been hearing a lot about John Gwynne lately. And yeah, like some Thinkum books, right? Thinkum books. I'm getting some funky codes on my computer. What is that? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's getting involved with anything. Look who we have here.
I made
It's
it.
Coda. We got big
Oh,
Courtney
hey.
Talk. Oh, I don't like that view either. There we go. That's better.
Sorry I'm late. We told you wrap it up. I was trying to
What
zoom
are
through the
you doing?
comments to be done by 11, and you know how people are. They just be commenting. No, I love you guys.
Oh no, you're good. You are good. You are good. I was flabbergasted and running to get
Oh,
back
really?
here from all my appointments. I should have been like, look, take your time.
Well, hey, you did
Take
better
extra
than me,
30
girlfriend.
minutes.
I was an hour late to my session this morning. My alarm did not go off. I swear I set one. I don't even know, but oops.
I'm notorious for being like a minute or 2 or 5 late because generally I'm here is just trying to get the moving parts. For some reason, they don't work to be
I
on the
feel you.
hour for
I
some
feel you. I
reason.
was like an hour late though. I was like,
Hey, it happens. You have to get that beauty sleep,
oh,
and it
thank
clearly
you. You're so
shows. So you're
sweet.
good to go. You're good to go. What book are you reading? By the way, everyone in the chat, y'all should know Coda. And if you don't, then this is
That's
Coda,
right.
okay? Our booktube bestie. So what are you
Let's see. I
reading?
finished that Smutty Gay book last night, and that was fun. So I need to review that. Yeah, it
That's
was all
always
right.
fun. And at
It was all
nighttime
right.
too,
Yeah, there
right?
was only one story where I was like, really?
What was
It was
oh,
a
it
it
was a
was in
short
the
story?
collection. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
called College Jocks and Frat House Bros by Matthew Cooper, I think. And I had fun with it. Actually, yeah, there was that one story where I was like, really, and there was some repetition that I'll have to probably, mark it. I marked it like 4 stars because it wasn't bad.
Okay.
There's some.
That's still
I
pretty
think he has
good.
some opportunity for some thesaurus play.
There we go. And they did do it. You said this is a Smutty Gay
Oh no,
book. They didn't.
it was mighty smutty. I just mean like there was a lot of repeated words,
Oh,
like
oh,
well, I'll
okay.
tell y'all later. They're all bad words, but I'm like, you could have used a different word for that this time, you know? Like I can think of so many words for that body part.
Mix it
You're
up.
still using yeah,
Use your
exactly, man.
thesaurus. There
Jeez.
you go.
But no, it was fun. And I think I'm gonna
Well,
do
I'm glad
the
you
graphic
enjoyed
novel
that.
that I got approved for next because that should be quick. I'm hoping, and it's what is it called?
Okay.
Witchcraft, a graphic history. So that should be fun. Yeah. What are you reading?
Witchcraft. Okay. Okay. I am reading. I was about to say, well, I have it as an ebook. Don't we all, right? The summer I ate the rich. I'm not too
That
far
sounds
into it. Let's
interesting,
see
though.
where if I
What's
can
the
find it
genre?
on here. Yeah. It's supposed to be like fantastical horror.
I love fantastical horror. Now I'm gonna have to go look up another book, Courtney.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds pretty good. I mean, I love the cover there, but it talks about
Ooh,
zombies.
we love zombies.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if this is real zombie or not. But anyway, it seems like a pretty good book if y'all want something different, like a different take on zombies. And if you don't like rich people, no, that's not true. Nothing wrong with rich people, but rich mean people. Okay, this is what it is. Not just rich people, rich mean selfish people. Then this might be for you. Okay. I was just getting through the comments
Yeah,
here. I'm
yeah,
seeing what
it's all good.
everybody else was reading here too. So, have you ever read any John Gwynn? Because I keep seeing this
I
name pop
have
up all over the
not, but
booktube list.
Kellen was just talking about this, and I meant to look it up, so I'm glad it's being mentioned again. I have. Oops, I muted myself. I have not read John Gwynn yet. I feel like I've heard of John Gwynn.
I've heard of the name, but I've never heard. But
What's the
popular it
genre?
seems. I have no
Looks like
idea.
maybe fantasy. Looks like some fantasy.
Okay,
Oh,
that
that's why
sounds
I've
good.
heard of him because he did
Look at the
the
length
of the
of those
Gods
books, though.
series, and somebody was talking about that not too long ago. Shadow of the Gods, Hunger of the Gods, Fury of the Gods. Um, so- Somebody was saying we should add it to the seriously serious list. I think. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, haven't read them, but We'll get to everybody at some point, right?
Good options for you there. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you doing, Miss Lady? Welcome to the chat. What are you reading? Christopher Evenstar is working on video for The Seagull by Anton
Yes.
Chekhov. What did The Seagull do? Have you
No,
heard of
but
that
I
one?
constantly prove that I'm a
Yeah.
reader who doesn't read a lot of books. When the chats come up and I
I
constantly
don't
don't know
either.
what the hell people are talking about.
Sometimes we're particular. I'm always just curious if I keep seeing books. Let's be honest. There's a whole lot of repetition in books anyway, which isn't a bad thing. But I'm always just curious when I keep seeing a book. I'm like, hey, have you read that? Is this something maybe I'm missing that's making
Right?
its new rounds
Yeah,
and
that's
all
how
that
we get
stuff?
so
So
many lists.
just always curious. Yeah, the never-ending TBR, but it is what it is. Gives you some good
For
things,
sure.
food for thought, right? Just in case you're lacking on books, because we're always
Yeah, I
lacking
feel like
on
even if
some
you're
book
the
recommendations.
you read the most books out of everybody, you got to still be lacking somewhere, right? Like, I don't know. In some aspect,
That's
maybe you
true.
don't read a certain
That's true.
genre, or maybe you don't read nonfiction, or maybe I don't know. You got to be lacking in something. There's always room for expansion.
That's true. I feel like my thing is not for lack of books; it's the lack of books that I want to read. I get a lot. I see a lot of recommendations on BookTube, but I feel they're lacking in a lot of the diversity that I want to read. So I'm
That makes
always like,
sense.
okay, what can I add to the mix to put in here versus what some of the other ones? But I kind of pick and choose what I write. So I got a whole list, and I'm like, what am I going to do for it? Need to get to those ebooks. That's what I
Right.
need to do. Vanessa says, don't forget to like and subscribe. We would both appreciate
Yeah,
that as
Vanessa, are you
well.
done working now?
She was trying to finish up so she can
Nice.
head home, get out of the chaotic week. Let's need to speed read the second half of When Stars Have Teeth because I have a live show tomorrow morning. Oh, you need to get to
I
that
looked
one.
this one up the other day when
Oh,
Books and or Gers and Pears was talking about it. But I don't remember now.
Stars Have Teeth.
Oh yes, Danny Trujillo. It says
Does that
delves
sound
into many
interesting?
difficult topics, including but not limited
Mm.
to a family member with PTSD. Um, why is the synopsis different when you click on it than it is on the page? It drives me nuts. It happened to me earlier with Goodreads. I think it's a drama. It says family member who took their own life, depression, grief, PTSD. So a drama, I guess.
Ooh, that book has a lot of triggers to it. Okay, check your triggers, but I'm pretty sure it'll be a pretty good live discussion. Those books that are drama filled, multi generational
I tell
traumas,
you,
man, those make for some lively
I love me
discussions, don't they?
some trauma and drama. I could talk about a little life every day, all day. Like, yeah,
Oh my
I could.
gosh, yeah. How long did it take you
Not
to get
as
through
long
that book?
as it probably took some other people, and especially considering like the time period of my life when I read it, because I read it shortly after my
Yeah,
hubby passed. But it was. I'm glad I read it. It was. I thought it was really well done compared to some people thought it
yeah,
was, overdone. But I get that that was the intent, and what I really liked about it was the realism of the characters. Like, so that's what is bothers a lot of people. Is it's not the realism, but is
mhm,
the way that they react, or the way that they don't react, or the things that they don't do that they should have done. But
mhm.
hey, you guys, that's kind of what happens. It's really really difficult to do the right
That's
thing
true.
with friends in some situations. Um, it's yeah, I really appreciated that about it.
Yeah, everybody has a different reaction to stuff. People always think that people need to behave one particular way. And it's like, look, don't judge people's reactions and how they do it. Same thing. That's the same thing. Like when people like
Yeah,
a book and others don't. It's like, not everybody's going to like it. I didn't delve into that one, but I know there were plenty of people. And I was just like, know some people was like, I'm
You
on
know
one
what the
too.
best part about that book is, just not even to do with the story, is the author's character development was supreme.
Mhm.
Like by the end of that book, I felt like I knew those people like personally in my life. It was how well done the character development was.
That sounds like one of those books that after you finish it, you know how sometimes we'll go from one book to another. That's not one of those books. You got to sit with it for at
Yeah,
least a day
not
or
just
two
sit
before
with
you
it,
go
but
to
like I
something
had
else.
to like do
Yeah.
some crying. All kinds. It's not just because the book has sad parts, but it also does a really good job of bringing up your own things or bringing them to mind. And so yeah, it's I thought it was a great book. It's not a happy story. It's not this
Yeah.
type of story that you would be like most people would be like, that was a great story. Because usually when you say that was a great story, it's not depressing as hell. But as far as like art goes,
Hey, you know, that's life. We're talking about A Little Life, y'all. If y'all just came into the chat, that big book. Okay. Sam Reeves is saying hello. Reading sprints, relays, fun. Yeah, it does. You have the pause where you're like, am I moving?
Sam's new to
You see
sprinting. He's
yourself.
new to booktube. He found everybody today. He found MJ and then
Awesome.
found
Oh, well,
me,
that's
and I was like, come with
awesome.
us to Courtney's.
Well, much appreciate coming on by. Okay, BookTube channel.
I think maybe you were thinking about it. Is that what you were saying, Sam? Or were you just saying that you were on it as a viewer? Like he's like, I never booktubed or sprinted or anything before, but I am about it now.
There you go. And you know what? Sometimes it just takes finding it. As a purveyor of the internet, like I just came across BookTube. I'm like, hold up, who are these people talking about books? Well, let me get my Kindle together. Well, welcome to BookTube and all the chaos and fun that it is. Hey, Livia, how are you doing, Miss Lady? Alicia is getting some lunch, chunky chicken salad sandwiches. Ooh, that sounds good. I like the chunky part in that. Put some cheese in, I'm all for it. Doing some cleaning up, planner setup, and reading Hook, Line, and Sinker. Okay, I've definitely heard of that one. Got some romance in the mix. Hook, Line, Sinker. And trying to finish it. How far are you into it? If you don't mind me asking, how do you like Restream? Well, Restream has a delay, so that bugs me. I do think it tends to be a little bit glitchy at times, but it is free. There's unlimited hours and all these little graphics that's beautiful in the background are all included. You don't get that in StreamYard. And this is a free version, so I don't pay. So yes, I can't upload anything like you can if you're paying for a service or whatnot. But for what's included from my just mediocre novice perspective, it works fine. You just gotta roll with the punches. And I will say that if you do choose to do a paid version, it is still cheaper than StreamYard if you're one of those, looking to change
StreamYard now, because
do you use
StreamYard I don't know. They were like, oh yeah, that doesn't stink, and jacked it up like 120%.
StreamYard is like a whole another house bill. Like if you're trying to do that.
Well, I think they're going to find that a lot of people jump ship or grab a buddy.
Yeah. Unless you're some big corporation where it's just no big deal,
It's just, and it was rude of them.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching StreamYard, you don't just make a decision like that and it pops up in the news before you even email your clients, your customers. Get it together, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never use the free versions of I normally use the free version of StreamYard. I used to use them a whole lot more, but then I discovered Restream. And like I said, my big thing is just that it's like a delay. Like when I see but when I click on your comments, it's a delay before it goes on the stream. So, you can kind of
I thought you were talking about the delay between the live and back here, because StreamYard also has a 10-second delay. But I think 20 seconds.
Yeah, that delay is still here. Yeah. Yeah, it's still that delay, so that's fine. It's just more of when I click. Like, let's see. I'm gonna be like, click
Mhm.
1, 2. See, on the 2 is when you saw this comment came up, but I'd already clicked on it. So it's like a little bit of a delay, but I can deal with that. I can roll with it. It's not a big deal. But you do get also unlimited. I like that. I'm not worried about, oh, I'm going over my 20 hours. Otherwise, I'm going to have to. I mean, I definitely don't go over the 20 hours a week or a month, but still, that's just something to keep in mind. But it's worth checking out. Worth checking out. You might actually get rid of some of that delay with comments, like when you click on things versus when they come on the screen, because it's anything you click on the sidebar. But you do have a lot of options. It's just that there's quite a bit of delay, like at least 3 seconds before it comes on. But it may get eliminated if you pay for a
Oh,
version
gotcha.
of
The one thing
Restream.
that I thought was
I,
weird about Restream
I don't know.
in comparison to StreamYard, as far as being a guest, is I can't chat.
Mhm.
I'll have to go open your stream on
Mhm.
YouTube in order to add anything to the chat if I want.
Oh, I didn't know with StreamYard that the guests could
Yeah,
chat in there
you have
too.
to. There's a setting that where you can allow your guests to
Oh.
have access to be able to chat. But yeah, yeah, I've always been able to just throw a comment in like during a stream or whatnot, and we can't do that back here. I have to go to YouTube if I want to add
Hmm.
anything.
Is that for the free version too, or a paid version?
On
I'm just
StreamYard,
experimenting with things in the back.
to be
Yeah.
honest with you, I did not have the free version for very long because I'm a Virgo and I couldn't have a duck on my screen.
You gotta get all your
Well, not
specialty
even
things.
before
Yeah.
all the specialty things and the uploading things. Like it was really the duck that bothered me. I was like, we can't be had that.
Quack quack.
Yeah.
I think I paid for 2 months, and then that was about it. And then I was like, nah, I
Gee,
gotta,
before
I
they
gotta.
upped it, I thought it was reasonable, even for somebody who doesn't stream that much. 100 and I think it was 180
Mhm.
a year, which is it sounds steep, but like it's for a year. That's not too bad. Now it's 400
Yeah,
and like $80 a year. And the only
that's a
changes they
Negatron right
made
there.
as far as giving you extra stuff for your money is you can
Mhm.
do 1080p on the lower tier now, 4K I think in some cases, and they added a couple more features, but not $200 worth of features, and to just not even have the option to say no, I don't need
Mhm.
that stuff. Keep me on a lower tier. It
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense to me. It's just bad business. StreamYard.
Do they have graphics? Like, oh, I'm just cycling through, by the way, in case you're curious. For one, I like pretty colors, but I'm just cycling through. These are all free that I can click on. But does StreamYard give you graphic options with the paid
Yeah,
or upgraded or whatever version,
yeah.
or you
Even
just
the free
upload your
version
own?
has free backgrounds. It's like they're not as they're. I will say they're not as
Okay.
pretty as these that you're popping up. They're more like just
Yeah, mine are like
swirls
plain.
of color and stuff. But yeah, it comes with the free and the paid, and then with the paid, you can upload your intro videos, your outro videos, moving backgrounds,
Yeah.
overlays, um, and you can't do the videos or the overlays with the free one. You can use the ones that they provided, but you can't customize. Ooh, I like that one. It reminds me of
Yeah. That's
Dia de los Muertos.
I know, that's what I was looking at it. Oh, we can have this one. This is the ghosts. Well, you can't even see it there. Okay, we'll do this one. It's pretty. I'll stop cycling through. I'm just playing around. But yeah, I do like having some options included in there without the paid thing. I don't know. Maybe for January, I need to get it together for boot camp readathon. Maybe I'll pay for a version
I,
there so I can upload a cool background. But if
I
not,
think that
StreamYard it
if
is.
you're gonna do monthly for Restream, I think it's about the same price as the lowest tier on because it's like $40 a month, isn't it? 37 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not with them. I'm not liking that. Because even Restream is, I think, like 19,
Is it?
I think,
I
something
swear
like
it was
that.
37.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go pull it up now.
oh, really? They come up to when I first discovered Restream. Now, this is before StreamYard decided to change up. I heard about all
Mm.
that from y'all because I stopped using them a while back because I discovered I can get graphics with just a little delay. I'm in there, right? But because I was using just a paid, a free version of
You're right.
StreamYard, but it was like 16, I think, a month. If you pay for a year, and then like
Yeah, you're right.
19
So
if
the
you pay
difference
monthly.
um, is that Restream still has like a lower tier, but the
Yeah.
$39 tier, the professional tier of Restream, it has the stuff that the lowest tier of StreamYard had before the price increase. So now, if you want to have the
Mm.
same features that you're used to having on StreamYard, you can get a cheaper plan on Restream, but not with the same features. You still have to pay $470 a year on Restream to have the same features that StreamYard used to offer for $180 a year. I don't know what these people think
Yeah, I
is
guarantee
so
you
golden.
yeah, they definitely lost some business on some other
Mm.
ones. Yeah, I'm not about that life. Not about that one. I got bills to pay. I like water in my home. I gotta pay that bill. I need water for my tea that I always have. Okay. Let's get through these chats here. Hey, Christina, how are you doing? Definitely remember to hydrate. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Helen, how are you doing? Sorry, didn't mean to go over you there. Welcome, welcome. Let us know what everybody's reading. There's the NetGalley sprint. You got a whole spreadsheet. Let you know when everybody's sprinting all in a row. Nice and pretty and color coded. I like that. Nice touch. Hey, Swank, how are you doing? We're doing our thing, riding
That's
into
right.
November. It's like it started at 40s and now it's like 70 something. The other day it was 80s. I don't know what the weather's doing here. This is New Jersey. I have
It's
no
still in the
idea what it's doing.
80s.
I don't even know what's going on. It'll be like 40. I had
Dude, I
frost on
think
my
there's
roof the
something
other
going
day.
on.
And
I
now
think there's
it's
something
sun
going on with
shining.
like weather and the climate and everything that the man is not telling us. I really do. It was very apparent this year gardening because all my plants were like late. It was weird. It's like my cucumbers didn't start making cucumbers until the season was almost out. And everything it just felt like everything was like a month late in doing the things that they normally do as far as making fruit, making flowers, and so forth.
Keyword.
So far.
Was the weather different
No, like it's
for
not that
that
the
or no?
weather's drastically different, but it's like we're off cycle. We're
Yeah.
getting our seasons at different times of the year is what it seems like to me. And they're lasting for different duration than they used to. Does anybody else feel like that? I just the garden.
I just feel like the world's in chaos. Maybe I'm just thinking it's the US and we're self-centered, so we tend to think everything about us is the world. But but I just think, everything's in chaos. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
taking it day by day and keeping my psyche together,
Oh, yeah.
okay? We shall see. We shall see. Hello, Amberly. How are you doing? Hey, Rachel. I hope you are having a lovely day as well. Judith Cake Lover. Love it, love it, love it. I can't just look at the name. I must start smiling. The Witch's Heart. Okay, okay. I hope you enjoy that. Extreme and up close and personal. Yes. Kellen at 29%, but I usually have 3 books going and I read them in 25% chunks. Ooh, that's an interesting sequence. Okay. I kind of like that pattern. I'm normally a 1 book at a time. Recently, I've been between 2 books because 1 book is just dragging along. It's a nonfiction, it's a graphic, but it's long. It's like a textbook. So I put that to the side and I'm gonna just read a little bit and finish it by the end of the month.
What's
I
the
had to
subject?
stop, pick up another book because I was. It's a. I don't even have it with me. It's called The Pillars of Civilization. I'll get it at the sprint so you can see it. But it's a It's a book about humanity. It's more about how, we became, we were hunters and gatherers. It follows man over time and see how we change. So we were hunter and gatherers before, right? And then we decided um, cultivate wheat, right? And so we did that, and somehow that cultivation of wheat forced us to, start living in communities, and instead of traveling from one place to another, now we settle down. So we settle down one area, and then that comes with challenges like get along with your neighbor. Now we have to domesticate animals to help do the work, but also, we shot ourselves in the foot when we started cultivating food, because we need body. When you cultivate food and you eat healthier, you tend to have more children, right? So you have more children, you have more mouths to feed. So with all these mouths, you have to work the land. So it's a whole never-ending cycle. And then now how that gets into politics. It's a very
Sounds
interesting
yeah.
book.
I'm sorry it's not going more
Much
smoothly.
more in depth than I thought it would be.
I said, I'm sorry it's not going more
Huh?
smoothly for you, or more fast paced.
Yeah, I thought it would. It's the first graphic novel that's taken forever, but it's interesting though. I
Mhm.
don't want to DNF it. I just am like, I'm still reading this book, and then I've been doing a lot of stuff lately too, like things with my house and all this stuff. So I haven't had a whole lot of time too. But it's just going slow. But I'm gonna finish it. But I was like, I need a novel in between here. I need
That
some
makes
juicy
sense.
novel or something. So we'll see. But I like that reading in chunks. I think I'm gonna do that to get through this
And I
book.
like that too.
Okay.
When I'm reading more than one book, it's
Christina
kind of like
says,
that, right? Like, so I'll be reading the book I'm reading, and then Nicole and I have a series going at all times. And so the
mhm,
fact that the series reads are scheduled, so many chapters or pages
yeah,
per whatever day, it makes it a little bit easier to read them both at the same time, because I know, when I'm reading this book, and for how long, and whatnot. And so just the time that's not this time is the other book's time.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just making a schedule. I used to think it was so odd when I got on BookTube and people were like, oh, I'm between 4 or 5 books or whatever. Now, while I wouldn't go that far, it was interesting because I saw a video that the girl was like, I don't see why people balk at that, because we watch so many shows at one
Yeah.
time. Why not do the same with books? It's like a show. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
She
It's a
is
really good
so
point.
right. Then I picked up another book. Uh,
Me too.
Judith says hello to Coda and Dee Dee. Everybody's saying hello. Ethereal Fantasy is cycling through a few books, reading Mindhunter by John Douglas, Mark Olshaker, very slowly, nonfiction true crime book, and trying to annotate for the first time. You got a lot going on. Okay. I'm not mad at it at all. Multiple books. That's what I'm going to put right here. Oh, my pen is
Uh-oh.
dying, y'all. Rats. Okay, well, that's dumb. I'm not writing anything else for a minute. Livia says, I need help for what to read. I could continue Evocation, start the Spell Shop, or NetGalley Mystery, The Murders in Endicott Hotel. I think I ran across that one.
Well, let's
What do
see.
you
I,
think,
I don't
Coda?
think evocation is a NetGalley. I don't know about Spell Shop. But since it's NetGalley November and we're here, I think I might have to vote for NetGalley, you
I
know?
know. There you go. I vote for that one too. Well, you have our votes. Let's see what you're gonna do. Hey, Rally. Hello, hello. Seeing video of snowstorm in Colorado.
It
You got a
snowed this
snowstorm
morning, but like I
or
was telling
near?
everybody, I'm on the western slope, which is damn near the desert. So it snowed. It snowed big,
Okay.
huge chunks. And then 15 minutes later, it all melted and went away.
So
Oh,
you're
hell
not gonna
no.
have to
I wouldn't do
shovel.
that anyways. I live in an apartment. They pay somebody else to do that
Oh,
shit.
yeah. I am
I don't
done with
even
that
like to go
shoveling
out in the
madness.
snow. It's
Okay.
disgusting. I don't like it.
I agree with you on that one. I'm just like, trying to get away from this New Jersey snow stuff.
My
Okay, no,
least
I'm
favorite
done
thing
with
in the whole
it.
planet.
Done with it. Let's see. Paul says hi to Rally. Buddy read Malice next month. Ooh, okay, okay. You'll have some notes
That's the
about
John
it
Gwynn
before you
book, right?
start. Okay. Malice. I believe so. Yes. I've not read that, but I do like the name. Christina says, hello, Callum. Hello to everybody. Judith says, I love John Gwynn books, and I'll be rereading Malice soon too, and can't wait. I need to check out this John Gwynn. I was just about to pick up my pen. I had to check out John Gwynn and see what he's working with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Started John Gwynn, but was reading The Poppy War. I've heard good things about that one too. Too high fantasy to follow while you're also involved with another book.
I agree. It's hard to do two epic fantasies at the same time because sometimes you get your people or your events mixed up or your worlds. And I was reading Poppy Wars at the same time as Green Rider, and both series have an Alton as a main character, and I was just like, I had to stop Green Rider, finish Poppy Wars, and then go back to Green Rider because I wasn't that I was so much getting confused, but a little bit. But it just was like I couldn't get into either story. You know what I mean? Because it was like too much switchback in the same genre or feel or whatnot.
Yeah, I get you on that one. You got to keep the story straight, but it can kind of take you out of it too. I feel like with fantasy, you got to like delve in and kind of stay in the world. So if you check out too much from it for another one, you're just like, what was I reading? Gory. Ooh. Okay.
I love some gore.
Horror parts.
I'm a gore whore.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Dee says, not long ago got home, going to jump in the shower and wash off all the paint. Okay. Ushers by Joe Hill, that's Stephen King's son. And the graphic novel Coda's reading as their quick reads. The Witches. Okay.
Dee, flip them, and I'll read Ushers with you too, because I got it too.
Oh, well, there you go. Sounds like a plan. Hopefully you're still here, Dee. Don't read it yet. You're backwards.
I am backwards.
Backwards.
That's crazy. I didn't even notice. But now that you're saying that, it does say Gunginga instead of King.
It looks good either way. We got a whole new angle. I'm going to leave mine. I think I'm...
that's nothing against the creators that do it, but that's one thing about TikTok Reels, or not TikTok, but Instagram. I guess they post them in both places, but I do Instagram. When people do Instagram Reels and hold up books and stuff and it's mirrored and backwards, I'm like, why? Trying to show me the cover and I have to hold a mirror up to be able to read it.
Like flip it around. Luckily, most like a lot of cell phones these days tend to flip it for you.
Yeah, you can. So you can usually fix it in your camera settings. But even if not, you should be able to flip it in the video editor or when you get it into Instagram or whatnot. You should be. I think there's a setting in each of those apps where you can flip them back. You can always throw your reels in Canva, you guys. That's the best place to edit, I think, Reels. It makes it really easy.
You can edit videos that are like for free. I'm talking to like 15, 20 minutes, whatever. Like there's no limits in Canva.
I'm not sure because I got the paid version. Okay. I needed all this stuff. Virgo. Yeah, that's fine. Somebody was telling me you can edit for free in Canva because I pay for a software. You definitely can. If I remember correctly, the only thing you have to pay for in Canva, like the reason to pay for things is to use like the graphics and pictures and stuff that they provide for you to be able to add to your stuff. If you're using all your own content and you don't need that extra stuff, I think you're good with the free version.
And you can upload your own, like, hey, I want to add my own pictures and graphics.
Upload whatever you need. I think there's a limit on video size or length for Canva. So if it's a longer video, you'd probably need a different editor. But for stuff like Reels and such, it's ideal. I think it's a great software. and it's really easy. It's really user
Okay.
friendly too.
Yeah, I hear a lot of great things about Canva. So I was thinking of switching over, but I paid for a year in advance. So I forgot when, maybe January, February, when my other subscription is up. I'm trying to see if I can
Yeah, that's fair.
save
Dude,
some
just go
money
check out the free
to
version while
advance.
you're waiting for your subscription, because you may not even have to pay for it.
I did Canva for a thumbnail, like when I first tried BookTube. I didn't know what I was doing. It was taking me forever to figure out like things. And I did some sort of thumbnail, and I had messed up and redid it like twice, and they said something about you're out of memory. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm done with that. But then people were saying, oh no, you can edit videos, and I'm with for free. And I was like, they told me I had to pay $10 a month when I went and did. I think it was like maybe the second or third thumbnail that I was trying to do, and they were like, no, you're out of storage or whatever for the month. Can't do anything unless you pay $10. So it's like I'm out. I don't know. I'll have to go back and recheck it out. Check it out. Hey Leah, how you doing? First time here. Awesome. Thank you for coming. Harry Potter 5 and didn't realize it was 21 hours. And it's long. The movies are long too, so I can see the book being long.
Are you
as
listening
well.
to the Stephen Fry version or the US version of the audiobook? Because I couldn't do Stephen Fry very fast, but what is that? What is the guy who does the US version's name called? I don't remember. It was Jim Dale. The Jim Dale version, I listened to at 2.8 speed, and it was fine. I retained everything. I didn't miss anything. Not that he's like a slow reader or anything. It's just I think Stephen Fry's reading was a little faster, and then you add the accent in there, so it's a little harder to speed him up. But yeah, 2.8 is how I did Harry Potter.
Yeah, as long as it's not squeaking, like turn them bad boys up. I think that when they put out these audiobooks, they're always starting at 1, and some of them are so slow. I'm like, huh? Like, how did they have this as being normal? Because I would think 1 is normal voice. So I don't know. Maybe it was some sort of glitch when they uploaded it, but very rarely do I ever listen to an audiobook at a 1.5, like at a 1. 1.5 to 1.7 is my ideal speed that I listen to. I've been trying to slow things down lately, just to enjoy my books a whole lot more. So I'm at 1.5 versus 1.7.
I think that's about normal speed, though. To be honest with you, all of the audiobooks that I've caught on one time speed are, like you said, they're like really slow.
Yeah,
I think that they record them and then slow them down when they produce them for the one-time speed, which is, it's silly. Like there's a 0.5 and a 0.25 speed option. Like just let us slow it down if we want to slow it down.
No. I want to know anybody in the chat that listens to their audiobooks at a one-time speed or less, especially if it's less. Let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious. Yeah, but it's, speed that up. And I will say that, well, you said 2.1 speed to 21 hours. Ugh. I don't know. I
feel like
you
the faster you're going, the less of a difference to the next fast point, right? So like if you're at 2.5 speed, 2.8 is not as big of a difference. There's not as big of a difference between 2.5 and 2.8 as there is between 1.5 and 2.0, if that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah, if you slowly train your ear, when you go back to the next one, it's not as bad, But I've heard of some people doing like 3-point, and I'm like,
sometimes, yeah.
But I can't do it. Hey MJ, how are you doing, Miss Lady? What's going on? Hey Jaleesa, me and you both, Coda. I could talk about a little life all day.
Yeah,
I heard there was some trauma in that book for sure. Some people enjoy that though.
I miss you, friend.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. MJ's here. How was lunch?
Yeah, what you
eat, Miss Lady? Hello. Olivia says, I read Witchcraft to Dee Dee. It's an easy, fast read. Tempted to pick Ushers. If you read it, let me know. What is Ushers about? I keep hearing about it. I think I looked it up at one point, but I don't remember.
But the cover's blue and pink for me. it's the cover's blue and pink.
What? Oh, okay. You're like, I'm
Joe
there.
Hill story. So you know Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. He does horror, and it's a short story. And for those of you who are not on NetGalley, just FYI, it is one of the Amazon first reads this month for free. And if you're in the US, you get a long first read and the short story. You get both. So it's free there as well.
You mentioned that, and that made me sparked my curiosity. I think I may have picked that up because I always pick up the Prime. Like if I don't really like some of the books, which lately I would say I have not been liking the first reads, and I'll just pick up the short story because it's a short story. I can always trudge. I think I'm looking through my little collections here, and I think I did indeed. Yeah. I do have that. Right? You can't see it, but. Well, you probably see the covers right there. I did pick up that book. It's in my library.
You know what? Because it was last month that it was the free read. Sorry, guys, I lied.
Yeah.
This month, the free short read is Frederick Backman.
Yep, I picked that one up too. Because I was like, I'm not a fan of all these books. None of them are really like hitting home for me. And I was like, let me just pick up the short one and call it a day.
Well, you can grab two. In the US, you can grab the short one and a long one.
Yeah, but I wasn't really like, I don't know. The other ones weren't really grabbing my attention. So I was just like, let me get one. But you know what I did pick up?
Oh, hey, that's my short story. Look at that, y'all.
I read it too.
That's so cool.
I have that in the random. I'm trying to do this whole collection thing of my Kindle, and I'm jacking it up because I read that already. So I need to uncollect that. All right, I'll figure it out. Just to let y'all know, Mr. Code is an author. Oh, big fat kitty. Hello, sweetums.
He's so
cutums. Nice. All right, let's get through these comments so we can read, man. Let's go. Coda feels about A Little Life is how I feel about Lolita.
That's on my list of books to purchase. It's on some list. Banned book list. That's what it is.
3 copies. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I could definitely imagine. Was A Little Life? That's not on a banned book list too, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know I saw Lolita proud about it,
but I don't think it's been banned anywhere. If it's banned in your state or city, you guys let us know.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I think it's more books that are maybe in schools or more prominent, like on big shelves or something like that. I don't think they're trying to have people read A Little Life in schools. For maybe Moms for Liberty.
I can see how they would, how it would be one of those books that they would try to take out of schools at least. I mean, just because it has a main character. Because some places are very fast.
Yeah. But it goes through a lot of traumatic stuff in there, though. It's like, you really want to be just having that as a group discussion in class? I don't know, The Spooky Library says, I'm finally here. Yay! Glad you made it. Hey, Liz Blog Life. How are you doing? Afraid to read A Little Life. I don't know how much long enough psychologically. Some of these books you got to think about, but that's how it is. Hey, big cat. Hello. Hello, Jim. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. What you got cooking? Liz Block Life loves to cook. Oh, no. See, I'm not about that. All that you have right there, it's a no-go. Exactly. I'm done with that. My husband mentioned a cat the other day. And backstory is we had 5 pets, right? 3 cats, 2 dogs. No. As my pets, rest in peace, passed on, we have 1 now. I noticeably saw I was cleaning less and less and less. This dog we have now barely, she doesn't shed, she's hypoallergenic, but I don't have all that hair. I don't have any of that stuff. It's barely any drama from her. So I refuse to do any of that snow you just made. No, never again. Never again. I'm breathing the best I ever had. I plan to
to
keep it
brush
that
him, but
way.
to be honest, like I can brush a whole cat off of him. Like I could make a mini cat, and he's just the sheddingest ass cat I ever had.
And they are always the
Yep.
sweetest and cuddliest. It's like you are one
Yep.
awesome
And they're also
allergen,
notorious
okay?
for wanting to lay down on their opposite color. So if you have a black cat that sheds a lot, he will always lay on all your white stuff. You got a white cat that sheds a lot, he will always lay all over all your black stuff. No way around it. It's like they know.
It's interesting how you just said you can brush a whole cat off of them, because I think it was an IG video or something the other day where the people brushed their cat and they made a pile in the shape of a cat of that cat. And then, now this is cruel, but they told like the mom or whoever that the cat had passed away and was laying on the ground, and the mom was like, oh, and going up to it until they got right on top. Then they realized it wasn't the cat because it looked kind of like an emaciated. Like, that was cruel. But I'm just saying it's the amount of
I would be
hair
so mad at somebody if they put a joke on me like that. I probably wouldn't talk to you
I know,
for
right?
a long time or ever again.
It never ceases to amaze me the amount of traumatic stuff that people tend to put on the internet that they think is funny, that they want to capitalize on for the gram or whatever. Like their kids having meltdowns or traumatic moments, or I'm crying because my mom just died or something, and the first thing you chose to do is pick up a camera. You came outside the room and now you're gonna I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm not an oversharer, but anyway. Dee Dee says, hi to Olivia. Did you like witchcraft? I'll add my review for Ushers in the Discord.
She must not have been here when I was like, Dee Dee, swap them out. And I'll read Ushers with you too. That's okay. I'll read it opposite order.
Jeannie went and took a shower. Coda was going to do a buddy read with you now. But you know what?
But if she's done with Ushers, we could still buddy read witchcraft. So I'm going to do that one first.
There you go. There you go. Sam Reeve says, I'm definitely thinking about starting a channel. I had one about 10 years ago, but it was different then. Yeah, times are changing in many ways, but it's a good time, good time, good time. Whether you start a channel or whether you don't, definitely come on back and bring your books. We're all about here to support you in it, okay? One of my 2025 Bujo and reading The Witch
Lots
is
of witch
Back.
books today.
Sounds like a chant. I know, right? I guess it's witchy season. When does that end? Thanksgiving, I guess?
First, like
I don't know.
Solstice or equinox? What is it? Fall?
I don't know. Read whatever y'all want, y'all.
It's still floating everywhere.
Watching you so much. You need a mask on.
I know. If I let it here for too long, like I'll have it in my mustache, in my mouth.
Right. Nah, I would have like itchy, watery eyes. It's funny because sometimes I'll be driving with my husband. I turn around and look at him. I'm like, you look like you got a cat, because he'll pull out some old coat. And I'm like, it's been a long time since you wore that, huh? I can tell because it looks like you got a cat. We haven't had a cat in a few years, but it's like covered. It's like you gotta, I mean, like if you are a pet owner, you should not have like dark colors, especially
Not if you
black.
got a white pet, that's for
But
sure.
I have like the what they call them, the lint rollers in all rooms of my house. I didn't invest in it. He don't use them, but I do.
Prefer
he doesn't see the hair.
Packaging tape. I think it works. I prefer packaging tape. You just wrap it around your hand backwards.
That works really well.
I think it works better. You have to use a little bit more than a lint roller, but
that's a good idea. The lint roller though gets to the back. That's what I like. But I have the lint roller that's like the sticky adhesive one. So it's like the tape. It's just tape on a stick.
I have one of those too.
But that one, that works very well.
I still like the tape better. And for the back of the shirt, Courtney, what I do is I pull my arms in and flip my shirt around and do the back and then flip it back and do the front.
You know what? Whatever works and get the job done. I am not judging, okay? As long as you get the hair off before you go somewhere really important, like the job interview that Kellum's gonna go to, okay? I wish you luck. Good vibes on that one, okay? Deep breath before you go in. A cup of coffee. Ooh, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna have a cup of tea at the next sprint here. Who is Witchcraft by? Who is Witchcraft by?
It's a graphic novel, and it is by Lindsay Squire.
How big is that book?
It is. Clicking. It is 128 pages. But like I said, it's a graphic novel too.
Oh,
so
long.
What does that equate to?
Yeah, it goes quick. Yeah, it's not like the one I have here. Let's see. Paula is eating. Oh, no problems. Eat your fish and chips. Get some ketchup on the mix. Put some hot sauce in there. That always has to. I'm from the South. Hot sauce goes in everything. Good luck. Jim is reading Wayward. I've heard a lot about that.
More
witches.
Awesome.
There we go. Not a 5-star. Okay. Livia's like, nah, not a 5-star. But hey, as long as it's good. I think anything that 3 and above is good. 2 and below, I have a second guess about.
If you get 2 stars from me, it's probably a long review. If you're the author, you might know
it. 75 of 353 of Hook, Line, and Sinker. Okay, there we go. Getting in the mix there. Fish and chips is good. Does. Oh, no problem. Switch to something else. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about it for a while. So people have already taken their money from Restream. That's the one we were going
to check out. I think Kiana got a month or a few days, or a couple weeks or something or Kiani is what I meant to say. Of that, and we were checking it out, and it is much more affordable, and you get just about the same stuff as StreamYards. So there's that too. If you guys are on StreamYards and you don't have a buddy to go in with you on the yearly price,
just pick before you have. Hey, that limits how many people you send a link to. Be like, well, I can't invite you because you don't have Streamlabs, but
you can only have people join you if they have Streamlabs. Is that what it said? It said you can only have people join you if they also have Streamlabs. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Paula, can it be the free Streamlabs? Because I will go sign up for a free account if I can come be on your channel with you and we play games.
There we go. By the way, y'all, Paula always has really awesome. A lot of people have some really good streams, but Paula has like ones with games that you can be interactive in. It's real chill. You sprint and read books too, but you also do some cool games. Jackbox is always fun. I didn't know about it till I got on her channel. I never win, but I still participate every night.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Most of the time I'm working or not working, doing stuff around the house, so I just listen. But I can tell Paula sprints from like a whole nother room in the house. So I'm there. I just chill. The little raindrops is very soothing. Sam, it's Sam. It's Sam. I should have posted a picture on Digital Press Started Devouring. Oh,
yeah, you should have. Dang it.
Wait, what's this?
I said, yeah, you should have. Dang it. We love food pictures.
See people enjoy it. Okay, yeah. And there's so many different types of fish, but most people have cod.
I don't mind cod for fish and chips, but it's generally cod, right? That's like the most common for fish and chips. Salmon fish and chips, though.
Cod and that's expensive when you do salmon. Haddock and cod are the 2 big ones that you have. I heard that's because that's like the cheapest fish, but it's also like neutral. But I find it has like a taste that I don't like. Yeah, and haddock.
I don't think I mind cod. It's tilapia that I'm like, eh. No, maybe it is cod. I'll have to go look in the freezer. Whichever one I have in the freezer that I haven't eaten yet, that's the one where I was like, eh.
like that school fish. Just give me some
Oh man,
catfish or some
listen,
salmon, and you can take everything
catfish
else.
is so good, especially if you're in.
Some people don't like it because they're bottom feeders and all that stuff. But I'm from the
That's
South. We
right.
like that dirty fish. Okay,
Mhm.
just leave it to
Cut
us
it in
then. Okay,
strips,
I'll
bread
take
it, and
it.
deep fry it. Hand me some tartar sauce and some
Exactly.
beans to dip my catfish in, because I do dip my catfish in beans. I know that sounds weird. And you gotta have lemon.
I've never heard of it, but I'll take it. I'll take it. You can have some catfish with
I know
that pet hair. You'd be good to go, dude.
he's so content though right now,
Hey, you
you
gotta love
guys.
your
Like,
baby.
let me show you.
That's love, though. When you're willing to deal with the hair, that's love. I was allergic and I married a man with a few cats. That was love. And I adopted them bad boys
He's the
too.
cutest
And hey,
and a
sweetie.
handsome
Hey.
old man. And a ham. Look at that. He's looking right at you guys.
What's up? It's Cat Cam. So somebody else didn't like the duck on StreamYard either.
Yeah. Some of us are just like, maybe not. Maybe not that.
See the link to the graphic. It's a read now. Ooh, there we go. Read it right now. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Eve. That's the video. If y'all like Eve, the rapper, for those of y'all
Did
who
you
know who
see
it
that
is,
last?
I posted a video of her memoir on my channel if you're interested.
That was so funny. Hi, Chris.
Restream video being slow and reloaded again. Took me a moment to realize what it was. Yeah, Restreams has its challenges, but it's there. It's free. I use it time to get bored. I just like it for the most part because you have all these graphics that are included. So I'm not just on a plain background. That was the main thing that I liked about it.
Yeah, it's
Say
always
hello,
nice
hello.
when you get some free stuff with your free stuff.
Exactly right. El Nino versus what? El Nina? Are we gendering it?
Like
What's going on?
storms, like this El Nino season.
Yeah. Is that all year round though? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it might even not be yearly. I think it might be something else. Give us more information there, Alicia.
3 to 5 books and just pick up the one I feel like at the moment. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to figure out which one you're in the mood for. Hey, Adrian, how are you doing? Here's another lovely booktuber, Sister Harlem's Library. Going with your bad self. How you doing today?
I haven't seen you in a while, Adrian.
Yeah. Adrian's doing her thing, okay? A couple of books, reading, dragging. Yeah, of course. A humorous memoir. I guess it just wasn't ready for it. And an artist writer book has ups and downs.
What
Yeah,
memoir? I was asking what memoir.
Yeah, I would like to know too. I think memoirs I can get into if I'm invested in the person. Otherwise, they're kind of boring. Like I recently read a memoir that had a really good take. Video comes out tomorrow. It's very interesting. I would suggest most of y'all check it out. It's going to piss some people off, but you know what? That's okay. That's because they're in denial. But I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be honest. My video tomorrow is not going to hit well with some people. And it's going to hit very well with other people, and they're going to be like, do 5 of them. My coworker was like, "You need to make a video like this every week," but it depends on just where you come from, I guess. But anyway, I recently read a memoir. I don't really know the person, but the context and the information that was discussed in a very humorous manner, but it was more relatable. So sometimes a memoir just don't hit home if you don't really know who it is,
Courtney, suspense. The suspense. What was the memoir that we're watching the video on tomorrow?
Oh, it's called Sure, I'll Be Your Black Friend.
I'm already interested.
I know, it's a very good book. It was a good book though, but I had an interesting take on it. I like to do a different take on some of my books, not just, hey, here's my book, but very relatable content.
Just the title, but I can even relate to. I mean, obviously I haven't read the book and I don't know exactly what it's saying, but I think I can guess what the theme is, and I feel like I can relate in a metaphorical sense because everybody wants a GBF too.
That's true. That's true. There should be a book. There should be a book. I'm gonna see if I can find a book that kind of has some sort of layout, kind of like that one. That'd be a very interesting video if you take it from the take of how I did mine. Just check out my video and you'll see what I'm talking about. And you can maybe do a companion video from your perspective. That would be very interesting. I can't juggle multiple books. I've tried and failed. The best I can do is audio and physical.
Yeah,
I understand that. I think if you mix it up, like I can do a nonfiction and a fiction, but I don't really want to do 2 nonfiction and too many graphic novels. Like, do a fiction and a graphic, and then a nonfiction, and then an audio. But that's just a lot. Like, nobody's paying me to read these books, so I'm just gonna be like, I'm good.
Not yet. One day we're all going to get our own talk show and just be co-hosts all together.
I don't know. I'm not a popular person, so I would be canceled in the first season. So I don't know. I don't know.
It will be a panel. It'll be like The View for books.
Oh, that'll be a toxic channel. Sign me up. Let's see. I'll do 1 season. You know how them toxic ladies. Let's sign it up. Listen to the end of my Eve video. She talks about how toxic they were. Okay, we talked about the talk in there, but yeah, I'll do 1 season. Guests. I'll do 1 season. Pay me enough money. I'll do 1 season of that show.
You better be on there. I think you'll do more than 1 season. Wait till we have our episode where Oprah and Reese Witherspoon come on and debate their book choice.
I don't want to read their books. Their books are too emotional and it's family drama and traumatic. Let's lighten it up. I'm gonna be the one in the corner with the sarcastic, funny comments, but I hadn't read any of the books. I don't know that book, but that would be me.
I think I read a few Oprah book clubs and a few Reese, but I don't pick them out because they're in the book club. Like, it's always coincidental. You know what I mean? Like, I read Wild by Cheryl Strayed. That's a good book. That's a good memoir.
Oprah be liking some big books too. Big books and tearjerkers. Every time I go to my library, they're like, we have this, what they call it? It's like a bag of books for book clubs, and it's just a bunch of tearjerkers, family trauma. I got enough of that. I can make a phone call and get that. Sometimes I'll be like, no, I'm just being funny. No, she does have some really good books. Like, there's some talented people in the world. I'm like, how were you able to write this? I'm in awe. I'm gonna just get a cup of tea and let you write it, and I'll read it later.
I want to know how Oprah and Reese Witherspoon have time to read so many books.
I don't think they do.
You would think that they were busier than us, right?
I don't think they read those. But celebrities have a whole nother ball game. I don't think they read those books, but they can promote them. Well, yeah. Kay says, good evening. Hello. Reading arc number 7. Ooh, all Christmas books. Okay, you're starting early. I like it. I went to the store earlier, all Christmas stuff. They had like 2 Halloween things on sale, 50% off. It's like,
that's it.
I know, but I got there too late. I forgot. I like to buy the discount candy and the discount stuff right after. But stores are catching on, so they don't put as much stuff out. So I was like, oh, I forgot. You're supposed to go the day after and get all that discount candy. But you know what? I missed it. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I didn't get candy corn as much as I want. You like candy corn?
I do like candy corn.
I love candy corn.
I like the pumpkins better.
I do too. That's my favorite. But they didn't have much of that at all this year. I'm kind of pissed. I feel like Halloween was a bust.
And the chocolate candy corn. Chocolate candy corn is real good too.
I don't know. That's the one with the chocolate like at the bottom, like the cone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay, but I can't be eating a lot of candy, because but so if I do, I make it count and go straight to the pumpkins. But I had a hard time finding them in my area this year. I don't know if people just wasn't liking them. I don't know, but
get with the program, retailers in Courtney's area.
Exactly. When I got all this Christmas stuff out, and I'm like, no. I got enough Christmas decoration. I want no more.
What Christmas candy I miss is like the glass candies that great grandma used to have in a jar. You remember
the ribbons?
Yeah, the ribbon candy.
I love that. I
Yum.
like the idea of that because it brings me back to my childhood more than I actually like them. Because normally they would sit there and then get all gooey and stick to the jar.
They're there
But
for
I
years.
love to open it up and smell it and then just suck on one for an hour.
Hmm. Yeah.
So good. So good. So good. You don't want to read books by the same genre at the same time. Yeah, exactly. It could be. Unless it's really good, you know? Everybody processes things differently, but I agree with you on that one. Multiple books, can't read in the same genre. If you're already, yeah. Sometimes it's nice just to kind of sit with it, though, you know?
Hmm.
Cemetery kids don't die. That's interesting. Okay. Film Moral paid a one-time $30 and it works really well. Ooh, I've heard of
That's what I use for my longer videos too. Yeah, there's a one-time fee. And then if you want to use like their content, because they also have like music and other stuff and transitions that you can add, it's only like $20 a month for the
So
extra stuff.
the one-time fee is like total lifetime. You pay a one-time fee and you,
Lifetime.
yeah. Is that web-based or is that like something you download?
It's web-based. They have a desktop app, but it's connected to the web app, if that makes sense. So if you can't run the desktop app without an internet connection.
Oh, okay, I get you. I'm gonna look into that one. I have Chrome, which I will say is not the best for because it's not compatible with a lot of stuff.
Mm.
But which is how I got into using the one software I have because it's the only one I found that was compatible with Chromebook. But I'm gonna see if that is because I'm definitely looking to trade them out. I can't do a lot of spiffy things with it, but
Yeah,
for
I
what
don't
I
know if
do,
they
it's
would
easy.
have that.
But
I don't know if they have a Chromebook because Chromebook is Android. It's
yeah,
not Windows, right? Or do you have
no, no,
Windows?
it's not Windows. Yeah, yeah, it's Android.
Android.
I mean, I do like it because it's internet based and stuff, so it's so easy. Because I even changed out my Chromebook, and I didn't have to change any of my tabs. I just booted
Mm.
up the other one and logged in, and everything was there. I was good to go. But it just isn't compatible with a lot of things. Like the only software I was able to download was WeVideo because it's produced by Google, but I
Mm.
have issues downloading any and everything else from that. Like I can't even hook my camera to this computer because it's not compatible.
This is not compatible with Android.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, right? It's like that's how they sucker. You get a really good, decent computer for a good price, but it's not compatible with anything. So you got to think about that one.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
I know, right? I persevere though. Make do, make lemonade out of lemons and put a little strawberry in there. I'm
That's
good.
right.
We are not reading. What is going on? Okay. Stephen Fry found a download. What is that? Okay. I'll try 2.5 speed. Okay, 2.8. Read along with the audio. Can't go any faster than 2. Okay.
So what helps, Sam, is if you have earbuds or headphones, because it actually there's something about having it in your head like that that makes it's just different. I don't know how to explain it, but when I take my audiobook out of my head and I'm playing it on a speaker, I have to slow it down, and usually by a bunch, like to 1.8 or 2.0 speed from 2.8 or whatever it might be. And it sounds faster when it's on a speaker and not in your head. It's weird.
I never heard of that before. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. 1.75 or higher to up to 2.75. Oof. Speed demons. Hey, you know what? Whatever. Everybody has a different cognitive ability and how they process things.
Right.
So, whatever works for you and getting it done and enjoying it.
Exactly.
1x, and I used to. Then I started listening to 1.5 and haven't gone back. Yeah. When I first got into audiobooks and didn't know I could change the speed, I was just sitting there like grinning and bearing it. Like I would be sitting there reading with it, like physically. I'm like a page and a half ahead. I would just turn it off. And then somebody on the video told me, you can adjust the audio. I was like, what? And I haven't been back since either.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
how I recommend starting with the speeding up is to read along with it.
Yeah.
Start reading the book, put it on, and speed that sucker up to however fast it is that you actually read with your eyeballs. That's always a great starting point.
Yep.
And then after you get to know the setting and the characters and you're used to the narrator, you just slowly jack it up like 0.1 at a time because it translates better. if you do it a little at a time like that.
That's true. Yeah, you got to find the sweet spot. Hey, Carissa, how are you doing, Miss Lady? What's going on? Yeah, less than 1.0 speed. Yeah, I get that. It's like, oh, play it backwards.
Great
Stephen
analogy.
Fry version. Oh, talking about Harry Potter. Yeah, I've never read those. Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
that
I
what's
didn't
good.
listen to Stephen Fry because they didn't have it available. Since we did the read along, they've brought Stephen Fry back to the US Audible, so you can now choose which version you want. But when we first started, it was what's Tim Dale or whatever his name is, or nothing.
Gotta find which one works. What's good is that Harry Potter's been out so long that you have so many different versions that you can probably choose from. Find what floats your boat there. Willing to talk very fast. I have very strong accent or great sound effects. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but don't be afraid to play around with them speeds, y'all. Okay. Even the AI, if you do the AI, which I definitely much prefer a person audiobooking, but sometimes I'll do the AI. And that one you can change like the pitch and the speed. It's nuts. It's like, okay. Oh. It's so funny when you turn the pitch up really high, and it sounds like the person can't catch that breath and they're talking. So they can be talking at a low speed, but the pitch is still so high. You're like, are you okay? Do you need an inhaler?
Lay out that helium.
Yeah, exactly, right? Ellen says, I used to start an audiobook at the regular speed, and as it gets into story, I speed it up. There you go. That's true. That's true. A lot of times you do need that slower speed at the beginning to kind of just grasp what's going on. 1.5. Okay, there you go. Yep, that's a good one. Yep. Yep. I think 1.5 to 2 is like the sweet spot for I think most people. 1 star. Hey, sometimes it don't catch you at the right time, and it was a big book that can fit into it too if you're not a big book reader.
It's a very big book. It is a very big book. The audio is fantastically done. I mean, just it's superb. The narrator was fantastic.
How long was that one? Like just on paper?
720 something pages, I want to say, or 820 something like that.
Yes.
I'll grab it during the sprint and check.
Okay.
That way I don't have to open another tab. I already have a lot open.
3.6. Ooh. I've never gotten to the threes. That's a lot.
3.6.
Precious is a read now. Ooh, okay.
It was last month. I lied. I'm sorry. It was last month that it was a read now. But it's a read now on NetGalley. Last month it was a Kindle first read or Kindle first read. But yeah, it is. It is a read.
Oh, now. Okay. Okay, I get it now what you were talking about before. Okay. See, you get 2 options to read it. See? Trying to finish my library book, Georgia All Along by Kate Claiborne. I think I've heard of that book. How are you enjoying Georgie? Georgie or Georgia? Georgie All Along. Hello, Kitty. Oh, we are so behind. Okay, we're going to kind of speed through some of these so we can get through. Yeah, the shedding can definitely be a lot, but they're so cuddly and lovable. Okay, Dee Dee said she'll read Witchcraft with you. There we go. Witchy season never ends. There we go. Coda's like, who's with me?
Did you know how long it's been since I read something with my eyeballs? I'm kind of excited.
Sometimes it's hard once you get into audio to go back, but I do a pretty good seamless job of going back between audio and like books. Because sometimes I'll choose, like I prefer to sit and read, but I do like to have an audio component to my book, so I'll check it out. But I tend to read a pretty good mix of books that don't have an audio component, so it doesn't ever completely check me for long periods of time outside of a physical read versus, if I, decide to get into audio. Yeah, so I think it helps you.
I also really love reading with my eyeballs. I've just been trying to get a lot of extra other stuff done in my life recently, or like for the last 6 months. And audio, you can do other things,
Oh, I get you. I'm the same way. I'm moving things around the house and all this other stuff. It is a chore to Wisdom of love. It says schedule a ride at next sprint so I can get a little bit of grocery. Oop, get some extras. Get some extras. How are you today? Cat is Nimbus. What's your cat's type
You
of
know
cat?
what? This is a funny story, and I'll try to make it brief because we are behind. But I think that he's a cow Maine. So if you look up cow Maine, Khao, Maine like Maine Coon, what they are is they are the real Siamese cat. So in Siam, what we think of as a Siamese cat with the tan and black, they're not actually the most common cat there. The most common cat there is the cow Maine. And what makes them unique is they typically will either have gold eyes, but a lot of them have one gold and one blue eye.
Hmm.
And nimbuses are gold, but in certain lighting, one of them looks blue. And the funny part is when Facebook was brand new, somebody had a fan page for cow Maine, and I sent them some pictures and I'm like, hey, like, do you think that this cat could be part cow Maine or whatever? And this chick was like, there's absolutely no way he could be cow Maine. Like, why would you even think that if he doesn't have papers? If he was a real true bred cow Maine, he would have papers. And I was like, dude, I was just trying to say, do you think he could be like a descendant of cow Maine or whatever? And she's like, only a handful of cow Maines came over the sea from Siam in whatever year it was. And it's highly unlikely that if you don't have papers that he's a... And I was like, I don't know how it is in your country, girlfriend, but over here in America, cats be... And they be everything they want to, and they be doing it without your permission. So
Exactly.
there's a good chance that somebody's cat with papers went outside and got knocked up by somebody's cat with no papers.
Bringing home random stray babies. Be like, what's this mixed with?
I don't know, but it ain't cow Maine because it didn't
Exactly. Man, I'm telling you, people love to argue over the internet. I'm not arguing with you, especially over cat breeds, but I'm just saying people go hard in on some stuff, like, and won't let it go. Like, and subject matter expert. I'll be like, it ain't that serious. You tell her, Coda.
That's what I was thinking. Is I thought I was had a subject matter expert, because that was before I realized or learned that anybody can make a fan page for anything.
Exactly.
Count me home.
So Swank likes catfish. Basically, Paula was saying that fish and chips is normally cod and haddock, but she's having basa, which I've never heard of before.
Bass?
Basa? B-A-S-A?
Basa. Never heard of
That's
that.
it, right? Hold on, let me go
I have
back.
to look at that.
Basa.
Thank you, Lily. He thinks so too. Trust me, he knows.
Cod is good with mayo. Yeah, basa fillets right here. Basa. Never heard of basa fillets. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to catfish. Better yet, I'm gonna have some chicken today.
Y'all making me want catfish so bad. And I live in Colorado. Nobody fries catfish like they do in Texas here.
A lot of people don't like catfish. They say it's dirty, and then you got to make sure you don't have all that fatty stuff on it. But yeah, I enjoy it.
I'm like, whatever.
Spoonbill. This is a new one. There you go. Eat it up. 7, early night. Get up early. Just skim plaster the wall. Oof, take care. Make sure you wear your respirator too. Climate pattern occurs when the sea surface temperatures, Central Eastern Tropical Pacific Ocean are higher than average.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of El Nino. I was just thinking like Niña. You know how people do the feminine, masculine version of things. Yeah, ocean temperature rise and affects the climate. Some people don't believe in that though.
I'm telling you, the garden was late, y'all.
Because it's like, I know.
They're not telling us everything.
Yeah.
They're not. Like, just look.
Never.
Alien situation.
Recurrent climate pattern shifts every 270. Oh, so it's not every year. Okay, so it shifts. Look, we got a climatologist in the house. Okay, I like when we have people that know stuff, like in part. Let me know. Okay, I'm all for it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Adrian. Memoir is Lake Wobegon by Garrison Keeler. You know that person?
I've never heard of that person or that book. But if you want humorous memoirs, you should check out David Sedaris. He's
To
a pretty funny
dearest.
guy.
I don't know. Who's he? Who this
He's
person?
he's a comedian in like lit, right? Like he's he writes memoirs, but they're usually humorous and they're about his life. But he's just funny and crude.
That can be funny. I guess it's technically a memoir. Okay. Okay. Hi, friends. Hello, Jessica. How you doing? Just waking up. Need to have some tea. I need some too. And I've been woke for a minute and I'm still sleepy. Looking at tiny homes today to bring grandpa and granddad home. Ooh, that ought to be cool. And I get to be nearby like that. Going through all of these things. Everybody says hi to Jessica. Totally watch a book talk show. I read the summary. Be like, this is what it's about. 5-star. I only read the summary. 50 books a year, really slow reader, but I'm retired, so I have time. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
That's quite a few books.
That is. Probably read more than these people that are promoting these books on TV. Stack candy corn in a circle and make a tall that looks like corn. Smash. Smash. Put them in the pot if you want to ruin the pot and try to meld them together and see what you get.
Oh, does it ruin it?
You never know. I mean, I'm just thinking it's gonna stick like crazy, but you never know. Get one of them non-stick pots that actually works. It may actually, not stick. Hey, I'm gonna check out some more. It's like those people that do the chocolate and stuff. DaVinci Resolve for editing. Yeah, DaVinci don't work on my computer. I did try that one. Love for more. There was a little bit of learning curve. Basics down. I really like it. Okay. Coda listening audiobooks with earbuds rather than speakers. Yeah, I know. That'd be interesting. Like I listen to my earbuds like if I'm like other people around and I'm doing stuff. Otherwise, I just put it on speaker and roam around. But
oh yeah, I can't do it best if it's on speaker, y'all. Not even in the car, but I do like to listen to audiobook in the car. Mm-hmm.
Trying to get up with the speed slowly. Yeah, pick it up. Reading Vonnegut. I've heard of Kurt Vonnegut. While eating lazy egg salad with olive mayonnaise, leftover bacon, black pepper, sea salt. That sounds all pretty good. Low key. I like it. Talk show. There you go. Just like how I read audiobooks, physical book, and read along with it. There we go. Yeah, that immersive reading, right? Collection of short stories from Vonnegut. Okay. There's a guy, Alan at Big Heart Books and Classics. Awesome booktube channel. He's definitely unique and owns who he is. I really like that. But he loves some Kurt Vonnegut there. Jim Dale. Never heard of him.
That's the US narrator for Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. I've never read Harry Potter. I don't lie. I fell asleep like 30, 40 minutes into the first book, and that was it.
On audio?
Oh, I'm sorry, not book, movie. I actually went to the theater and I fell asleep. I mean, I have seen snippets of Harry Potter because at work we have this TV and it seems like every few weeks there's this Harry Potter marathon where they just play all the movies on rotation. And so if I have time, I'll sit there and watch it. So I've seen a lot of that and snippets. But as far as like sitting and watching it or reading, nah. Too many other things. But I heard it's pretty good though. Make tons of money. Audiobooks, Amberly, hello. Interesting to read his perspective on society. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I've never read Vonnegut either. I have a handful of his books. Time Quake, Slaughterhouse 5, and maybe one or two of them.
Oh, he writes horror. Okay. I didn't know what genre he wrote. On to the next step of group orientation. Ooh, okay. There we go. Good job. Okay. Same thing. Deep breaths. Take your time. Speak slower. Not fast like I do. You got it.
I love group interviews, dude. It gives you an opportunity to be better than everybody else.
I get nervous. I don't know.
It's easier to be better than everybody else when you're there with them. Like you have no idea if you're solo interviews, right? If the person that went before you, what kind of person they were, but you get them all there, you can quickly assess everybody, and then like, okay, how am I gonna win?
That's true. And then you get to see who they are, be like, okay, I have some competition, but then go in and do you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so concerned about all the other people. I know some people that have tripped themselves up because they saw other people and it's like, no, they're
Mm-hmm.
not in
Yeah,
the
that
room.
happens too.
Let them be. Oh, there you go, about knitting. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think we're almost at the end. Almost, almost, almost. Slaughterhouse Five. There it goes, which is a biography of Vonnegut. Okay, I might have to maybe actually read some Kurt Vonnegut.
Collection of his and Slaughterhouse. Oh, okay. All right, and so it goes, which is good. Let's see if I can see him from here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Where the
I thought
classic-
he was like a political person. I didn't realize he was like horror.
Let's see. I have Slaughterhouse, Timequake. I can't read it from here. I'll have to go look on the screen. Too far away.
We are here to the last comment. I'm gonna start this so we don't get to another one. Okay.
We did it. Only took us an hour and a half.
I know, right?
That's my record.
We're becoming Coda and Nicole. Told in a non-linear fashion, so it could be confusing. Oh, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You just gotta get used to it. So
He's literary, right? Like that's from my understanding.
Yeah.
Like, he's the type of horror writer they'd be studying in college, y'all.
Interesting style. Okay. I did say we're going to do that. We're going to do this one last comment and that's it because I moved my star for some reason. Oh, where am I at? Hold up. My first cursor jumping. See, I'm telling you, it's that
The delay.
gag. Yeah. So I'm clicking on one thing and I see something else. Oh, okay. It says David Sedaris was inspired by Vonnegut. Okay, where we going, man?
I have no idea. I've only read 2 of his books. I'm trying to read them in order. Well, at least the nonfiction ones. I read his first one, Barrel Fever, funny stuff. And then I read Squirrel Meets Chipmunk, which is his, like, I think only fiction book. And it's like about this big. And they're short stories about animals.
Oh, that sounds cute.
It's cute and funny.
Well, it says he has like genres, but does want to reject the sci-fi label. Okay, that's fair. Whatever works for him. Okay, I got a timer pulled up. Bam! Look at that.
Yay.
Okay, 45 good. I already have it up, so we're just gonna do it. Happy reading. Okay, see, I'm 45. Hello, 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 everybody. How was this for you? Oh, I kind of actually like this thing. Let me show you. Actually talk through that, and then I wouldn't have to be on camera, right? Oh my gosh, look how tiny that goes. Let me see if I can change this. How did everybody's sprint go for that sprint, by the way? Sorry, I had to add in some time taking care of some business. We all know how that goes. It just was taking a minute, but I got some stuff handled, so not mad at that. One thing down and the whole slew of 20 other things I have to do. So, you know what? Making things happen, right? Anyway, no reading done that one, definitely, but got that done. So, I'm sure Coda. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I'm sure Coda will be back shortly. How you
I had to set my camera back up.
doing?
I didn't get any reading done, dude.
I was just saying, I was handling some business and I was on a phone call and I was like, this is going to be another 10 minutes. I already know it. Let me put
I
some time.
didn't even notice that you up to the time.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I put a little note, but I was like, I needed to get it done. I've been chasing. You ever chase the bureaucracy? You're chasing people, doctors, lawyers, housing people, bill folks. They don't chase you. They send you one thing and you got to respond, but you chase them for 2 weeks. Anyway,
That's right.
how was that sprint?
I didn't read because I was like getting ready to do the witchcraft book, and then I remembered, all I have is other than my phone is a Kindle. There's no NetGalley app for Kindle. And the last time I read a graphic novel on my phone, it was like a pain in the ass because it's so small. So I spent the whole sprint trying to figure out how to read them on my laptop. And then, I guess Adobe Digital Editions, right? No, it
Didn't work here? Ooh.
wasn't working. Yeah, every time I try to import the ACSM file, it says that it's expired. Something's expired. So one of the books that I downloaded, like the 8th, was the archive date, so that might have been the case. But the other one didn't have an archive date, so I don't know. I was Googling that to try to figure out what was wrong, and there's like some troubleshooting, which also didn't work. So now I'm trying to convert it.
You're like me. One task that should have been so simple took 40 minutes. Don't you hate that? It's the biggest time wasters ever. It's like, what'd you do with your day? Trying to get things done. Did you get it done? No.
No, went on a tangent exercise.
I didn't realize when I first got NetGalley that you could not read graphic novels on a Kindle because I'm a Kindle girly, right? And I'm like, how am I supposed to read this? And I'm not on a phone. No, that's a Negatron right there. And I was lucky that my husband has an iPad and I can get the Kindle, not Kindle, the NetGalley shelf thing on his thing. So if I have to do a graphic novel, which I try not to pick up too many because of that, because then we're competing for, I need to watch my comics and you want to watch sports while you're watching TV, and so we're fighting over who has the iPad. So I try to just be like, okay, let me stick to my Kindle stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of tablet other than the Kindle. My Kindle is technically a tablet because I have a Fire. But, Amazon and Google, they're not friends. So
I never thought of that.
You used to, back in the day, like I want to say like at least no more than 10 years ago, but it might have been more recent that they stopped doing it than that. But you used to be able to get Google Play Store on your Kindle Fire and download Google apps, but I guess you can't do that no more. You can
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Lame. Listen, Amazon, get it together.
I know, right? Well, they're competitors, so they're not trying to dibble and dabble and cross swords and stuff. But I'm like, y'all need to get it together. You're already getting our money one way or another, but they're not trying to do that.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just like, y'all should be partnering. In fact, anybody who's a competitor with Google should probably just try to partner with them because they're not. And they also have a lot of stuff, right? Like YouTube, for example.
The things we got to do. And then you ruin your eyes trying to do it. I tried to do a graphic on my phone once. I was like, what am I doing? It ain't worth it. I was just, you know what I was going to do? I was about to send that sucker back to NetGalley and be like, look, I cannot review until I realize that I can get it on the iPad. But if we didn't have an iPad, I wouldn't be buying one. I'd just be like, you know what? Return, call it a day. And you got to also check because I have gotten books from NetGalley that would not allow me to send it to my Kindle too.
Yeah, there's a few where you can only get like because it's not an EPUB format is what's up. Yeah. Well, and Kindle technically uses AZ W3, I think is what it is, or AZ3W, one of those. That's the file format for Kindle. So it's just silly. And also, NetGalley developers. How come you haven't made an app for the Amazon store yet? Listen, get it together. Oh, goodness.
The reader problem. I'd say first world problems, reader problems. We shall overcome. We go get it together.
Well, I converted it, and now I'm trying to send it. But even the one I sent yesterday isn't showing up on here. I don't know what's going on.
Reboot. That's always the solution. Well, y'all, in the chats, we're going to get through some chats and talk. And I'm on 1 to 4, and it's almost 4 my time. So we don't have time for another sprint. So we're just going to talk and then go from there. I did post a link for Danessa. Who's Danessa, right? Vanessa's sprint here. If you want to go and show her some love. And I think she's going to be there a minute. So we can go there afterwards and show some love too. So.
Hey, we're going to Paula's. I don't know what you're doing, but NetGalley November continuing on Paula's channel.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, well, we're going there too. Okay, sorry. See, I need to look at the sprint spreadsheet. Okay, why don't you tell me who's sprinting next? I was just looking at the other tab that was just populated with Vanessa. That's the reason why I said that.
Yeah, it's Paula, and then here I can't post in here, but I'll give you the thing you need. Hold on.
I mean, if you can private chat me the link. If you have it up for Paula's, then I can. There we go.
I got you. That's all you need. Everybody can go there and click on this stream, and then once this stream ends, it'll take you to Paula's.
There we go. I'm not the most tech savvy, so I enjoy these people that are. Hopefully, I did this right. Let's see. Did it? Hold up. Let me do this.
And then I'll give you the direct link too, just in case.
There we go. There we go.
Anybody wants to go directly with the button. Let's see.
Hopefully y'all are picking up some NetGalley books. At least one, you're in there. I always tell people that if you have issues with doing the whole thing, pick up at least one. Show some love for it, okay? Let's see where we at here.
There we go.
We have, oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and copy this.
Like, now, why aren't the things that I'm sending to Kindle going to Kindle, y'all? Listen.
What happened?
It's not, like, you know how you can send things to your Kindle with your Kindle email address?
Yeah.
But they're not popping up.
I find it takes a while for it to show. Like, when I do the address to address, it takes quite a bit of time before mine pops up to that. So I don't know. I don't know if yours is normally immediate. So give it a little bit of time.
I don't know why. Y'all.
You're just going through some technological difficulties today, Coda.
They don't want me to read the widgets.
I know, right? I can't find where my cursor was, y'all. Oh my gosh. I tell you, I am not technologically savvy. I be trying. You know what? It's probably, I don't be reading directions. That's probably what. I'm one of those. Let me just figure it out. Found it. Okay, so Alicia has to go pick up the kiddos, be back, and leaving you up for watch hours. Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Be safe out in them streets, okay? Vanessa, how you doing? Getting some sprint on, reading some Sorcerer. What'd you say? The 6 Scorched Roses. There we go. Took a shower that round. There we go. I'm sorry I did not post, but that was indeed the last sprint. First and only sprint, right? Got as far as having breakfast and upgraded from tea to coffee. Needing something a little stronger, huh? Okay. I made some tea and it's still sitting over there. I forgot to get it. About to make a bagel with cream cheese and jelly. That's a good combination. You ever tried that? Put jelly, like sweet stuff, jam or jelly on top of cream cheese or butter. So good.
I love like jalapeno jelly and cream cheese.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that. I like that apple butter. I didn't discover apple butter until I was an adult. And I was like, what have I been missing?
Really?
I know. So good.
Y'all got a Cracker Barrel there?
We do. And that's how I discovered it, right? Because here's the thing. Okay. I'm from the South. Okay. I'm from the South. Cracker Barrel just don't sound like a place for me, okay? And so I was afraid. True story. I was afraid. I was always told don't go there, okay? And then I went out of town once and I was like, it's right next door. I'm hungry. I don't have a car available. I'm gonna just take a chance. I'm gonna be in and out. And I was like, what the hell? So good, so good. Then I was starting going like every week. So good, so good, so good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. They have the best hash brown casserole that they make. The cheesy hash brown.
Jane. They have good fried chicken, but they have two different types of fried chicken too. They have the one that's oh my God, it's been a long time. They had one that they did, I think it was on Tuesdays, like during the week, and then they had like a Sunday special. They were different. You got to get the one that's not the chicken patty. I think that's what they served on like the Sunday special. You have to get the other one. Totally different, but so good. And I love the little jar of syrup they give you too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's when you need some more time. 187 of 623. Okay. Keep at it. That is in the John Gwynn book. So, yep. Kellen is trying to get to 50%. So you have plenty of sprinting left for NetGalley. Not this one, but we're gonna go to Paula.
It's coming.
Yeah, you got time. Eve says, I actually read this round. That's good. I hope you read some for me too.
Awesome.
Lizzie's, hey lady, how you doing? Listen to an audiobook. Okay, I'm about that life. I like that idea. Sounds good. Used to love garlic bagels with butter and grape jelly. Kind of sweet savory thing going on. Yeah, sweet and savory definitely works.
It worked. Hey.
Oh, you got it? Coda's in the reading house. There we go. There we go. Cassia, sorry, onion bagels, not garlic, but almost same thing. They still all work. Just don't breathe on anybody. Otherwise, you're good to go. Really good. And it's whipped cheese. Oh, I love the whipped kind. That's always good. Talked about food. I'm a foodie too. Talk away. You give me some ideas, okay?
I'm trying to find some food right after this.
I went to the store early and bought snacks, and I didn't think at all about what am I eating for dinner. Might be those snacks if I hadn't figured it out. It wouldn't be the first time.
I'm almost out of snacks. I got maybe a quarter of a box of chicken and a biscuit.
That'll work. That'll tie you over.
Yeah. At least to Paula's first sprint. Oh, I have some bratwurst I could cook up.
There you go.
I could thaw out the homemade green chili and have green chili jalapeno dogs. Hey.
I don't know why I thought you were a vegetarian.
Oh Lord, no.
No idea. Maybe it's all those plants.
Nothing against them, but I like vegetables a lot.
Yeah.
But I need my meat. I crave red meat. Like I gotta have it, at least here every so often.
Keeps you sane.
Especially like a bloody steak. Yeah.
I tried to become a long time ago, tried to become a vegetarian. It didn't stick long. So I just limit the meat choices I have, like mostly chicken, like seafood. I eat red meat, but not very often, like on a rare occasion. I'll eat pork before I eat red meat, but I normally try to limit red meat and pork. But I could never be a vegetarian because I like bacon. Like I could cut out every other meat and just give me some bacon. And it would have to be a lot, just that hint of bacon and stuff. Like I'll have some meals where I get these little bacon bites, and I just sprinkle a little bit of that in the stuff. It gives you that taste of bacon, and call it a day.
Now y'all make me want some bacon. Listen, maybe I'll wrap those hot dogs in bacon, air fry.
Oh man, you are destined for this. Oh my heart.
I think the reason I crave red meat every so often is for the iron, to be honest.
Okay, that makes sense. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just add some veggies to it, though. As long as you're not just eating the meat, you're good to go.
I love veggies, dude. All my favorite veggies are green, too.
Oh, yeah. So, there we go.
Asparagus, spinach, Brussels sprouts, arugula. I'm so hungry now.
And you grow them. So you can get
I
it from the
try to
stores with
grow
all
like
the other stuff.
arugula and spinach and stuff, but it's like too hot here. So what happens in the summer is like spring, it's too cold, right? And they're like a spring plant, or like right before spring actually, because spring is warm. But we go from like cold to hot. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of transition, and your like lettuces and leafy greens, they need that transition because as soon as it gets too hot, they
Mhm.
bolt and go to seed, and they're no good to eat after they go to seed. So they'll be like this big, trying to make flowers already.
Like, nah, fam.
Yeah, I just need to find a different place to put my lettuce table that I have, the planter. Maybe, I don't know, on the front porch where there's less. My whole front porch and back porch, they're perpendicular, right? So they're actually on the same side of the house. It's not really the back and the front of the house. But my point is that so both porches are south facing. So
Oh,
it's just sun, sun, sun all day.
so you have to learn all of those little intricacies when you, well, I was going to say when you farm, but even when you have a garden, you have to learn all those. But that's good. And you grow a lot of different things. I just want to grow
Mhm.
like when I move, I want to grow like 2 or 3 things. So I may have to IG you for your expertise and how
Yeah,
to
yeah,
grow
yeah.
some stuff.
What's your favorite? Grow your favorite things. Or like if you haven't done it before, I always recommend starting with like tomatoes. Tomatoes are
Yeah.
easy. They pretty
Yeah,
much
I've
grow
been told that.
themselves. You can forget to water them. You can overwater them. The only thing is if you do it inconsistently enough, like say you overwater and then you underwater and then you overwater and then you underwater, what happens is that's when the tomatoes will split and get those big cracks in them
Oh, that's
because
what that's from. Okay.
yeah, because when it has inconsistent watering, what happens is the fruit inside grows faster than the skin. And that's what splits the skin. It's still good to eat. They're
Oh.
just not very pretty. You know what I mean?
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. And then they get that little brownish grayish scar on there. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
fill in
just
the
a scar.
crack.
You know what you could do though is if you notice it split before it calluses like that,
Mhm.
take you some candle wax and fill the crack in, and that'll keep it from callousing itself.
Mhm.
Plus, it'll keep all of the bacteria and the bugs out of it too, and it won't hurt the fruit. And you just peel it off when you're ready to eat it.
See, the more you know. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to attempt to do a small garden.
The other one didn't
I
go
don't
through. The
know.
one did.
And you can always try. I want to learn to grow a little bit of my own fruit in case, everything goes to hell in a handbasket and you can't
Mm-hmm.
find food. I know I got tomatoes and some cucumbers. If that's my diet, then I'm just going to get skinny, but I'm going to have some food to be
Cucumbers are
hungry.
good too, and they're pretty easy. Like
Yeah.
first plants.
Yeah. How about,
Definitely start with cucumbers and not your squashes.
nah, I'm not a squash person either.
Okay.
Can't do it.
Any of you though, if you're gonna grow squash for the first time, you got to be aware of squash bugs.
Yeah. I don't want to
Have you
budge bugs
have
either.
you ever seen Starship Troopers?
Yes.
That's what squash bugs look like.
Really?
They look like the bugs in Starship Troopers. Only they're this
Just on
big.
the smaller scale. Don't need those. Don't need those.
Yeah, they're gross, and they're like related to stink bugs. So if you squish them, they.
Uh,
But what's bad about them is they breed
oh, really?
so quick. So like if you see one, you'll have 10 million. If you catch them while they're still eggs, you
Mm.
can go like to a nursery or anywhere that else that sells them. I don't know where else, but like I go to the nursery and I grab a bag or a box of ladybugs, and then you take them out. They keep them in the fridge and they hibernate when they're cold.
Mhm.
So when you're ready, you wait till evening because that's when is the best time to put them out. And when they come out of hibernation, they're starving. So you take them out at night and you dump them out in the planter, and then when they come to, they'll go all over your plant and eat all the eggs.
You're talking about ladybugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladybugs and
Remind me
praying
the
mantises
answers.
too. You could buy those, but praying mantises will also eat other bugs that are maybe good for your garden. So it's just however you want to swing it.
How do you get all of this knowledge? Did you take a horticultural course or grow up on a farm?
I'm just one of those learn as you go guys with everything. So if I don't know something and I want to know how to do it, I'll just research. And that's what I did this last sprint. I'm trying to research, like, how am I going to get this book on my Kindle or my laptop? So I don't have to read it on my phone.
Speaking of book, you asked me this earlier. I completely forgot to tell you. So the book I was telling about that reads like a textbook is called Sapiens.
Oh, okay.
And Graphic History, Pillars of Civilization.
Oh, yeah.
And this is volume 2. So I guess the guy wrote a volume 1. Now this is, I think, a graphic adaptation. I think he has just regular print version. I wish my library had book 1, but this is book 2 from like I don't know. Talks about the agricultural revolution, which includes its animals too. But it's pretty interesting. I think the first one is about just human overall population or what. But I'm about half through. Let me see, where's my bookmark? Yeah, I'm about half through. So, I'm up in there. It's just like it's like it's wordy, but it's entertaining and it is funny and how they do it. They use like a lot of, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see very dense wordings. But really interesting.
I would like that for history because I'm not the biggest on history.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like want to know something, then just like with everything else, I'll go find it.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like less reading and more pictures for history.
Exactly. You take your time with it. I think if they had something like that in schools more than just regular history books, although they're not trying to teach, that's another ball game. But anyway, but if they had more things like that in understanding history, I think it would grab people's attention a whole lot more. I mean, it's a lot of info dump in it, but it's interesting, but it allows you kind of be more interested in what you're studying. So, but yeah, that was that. All right, let's get to these comments here. Okay, so Jessica says, since we got more time, I read one story in Shame, Sex, Attraction. That sounds like it'd be an interesting book. Okay.
I downloaded it too. They're true stories about people who've been sent to conversion camp.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a nonfiction book. Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it's on Read It Now. It's on NetGalley. Or it was yesterday anyway. Go check.
Oh, okay. I'll write that one down. I'm running out of time with all these things I need to read. That sounds pretty. I saw a show on Netflix. Well, I don't think I saw it yet. I've seen a few different things on there, but I added one to my list that had something to do with that. Very interesting. People, y'all. Willie Eve started a new book on the tablet, The Unhoneymooners by Christian Lauren. Don't know that one. Sounds familiar though. Hello. Lily Eve says, feels weird to read romance after reading so many thrillers. Romance is definitely not thrilling, or could be in this day and society. Extra time, you got the $1.99 of $6.28. Okay. So Kellen's goal at the beginning of the sprint, if I'm not mistaken, was to read 50% of this book. So you are rocking and rolling, okay? So
good job.
And 89% in Blood and Ash. Okay, Paula. And we're going to be on our way to you shortly, okay? You got Vanessa.
Right. I downloaded Streamlabs, Paula.
There you go. He's like, put me in there, coach.
No pressure.
Vanessa is 49% into Scorched Roses. I'm still loving that title. 25% of the murders in Endicott Hotel. You got pretty good on the sprint. Okay. I ain't mad at you. Cassia's gorgeous background reminds me of Iron Chef Mexico, which is amazing. Oh yeah, the background there. Yeah, it is pretty, right? I wish we're able to see that instead of us.
Can you rearrange your boxes and stuff like you can on StreamYard?
Probably. Hold up.
Okay.
How are you? Hold up. No, I guess. Oh, you know what? I can't because it's a background. You can do that if this was like like a shared screen, from another thing. Like, remember I had
right.
the timer shared, but this is a background, so it just stays there.
See, on StreamYard, you can edit the layout
Oh, the
of the
layout.
videos and change it up, and then save it so that you can click a different format than what they offer.
You probably have to pay. I bet you if I do a paid version, I could
Maybe.
probably do that. Hold on. Let me see one more thing on here. Nah. I'm just looking at some options here. No, I think if I did a paid version, I could probably do that. But in all these other versions, it's just with the shared screen that I can do those options. Yeah, because it only does like stacks us if I have something else attached to it. So that's okay though. That's okay. Heading to bed. Got an early start. Thanks for sprints. Thank you very much for coming by. Much appreciated. Had a good time. Thank you for coming by too, Coda.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I've had like a guest.
I don't
People
even know
come
if I've
over.
ever been on your channel before. I feel like maybe once, but I don't remember. If
Yeah,
so,
that
it's
was
been a
nice.
long time.
I
I'd have to
know,
go
right?
through my past appearances playlist and see if you're on there.
I'm always busy when yours are on, so I'm just lurking like in the background or something or in the chats.
Good.
But it's nice to have you come on. Much
Yeah,
appreciated.
thank you.
Amberly is 2:20 into Locklands. Now eating lunch, leftover cauliflower and white bean soup with bread. That sounds delicious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it garlic bread? That's even better. But that sounds yum, yum, yum.
Y'all making me so hungry.
I know, right? Now I got to figure out what to eat. I wasn't even thinking about food. See, y'all done destroyed my day. I'm good.
I will not go to my Kindle.
I know what you meant, Cassia. Thanks for sweeter. Oh, no problem. Coda, keep an eye on your email. Okay, emails in the house.
Which one?
Oh,
Which
which
email?
one, Dee Dee? Which one? Sam says during the sprint, I read 2 pages. Then it was fix myself lunch, let the dog out, fold whites, draw some more on the commission, procrastinating on a drawing. Can you tell? But you know what? That sounds like all things that you still need to do. So it's procrastination, but it's productive procrastination. You got to spin it like that. Let's see. See, it's this lag thing. I'm telling y'all, it's with Restream. You gotta like learn to slow down. I'm always like speed beaming on stuff, so I get hung up on this. So when you slow down, the lag doesn't bug you as much because you can work around it. Livia says good night to Dee Dee. Paula says, tell me about it. Shower's broken. Called to get it fixed. They said it's not urgent because we have a bathtub. What? I'm like, it is urgent. We have autistic child that will only shower. Wow, that's kind of disrespectful. Hey, you're not urgent. You got a bathtub. I get it. I mean, it's not urgent like, hey, the shower and tub fell through the floor. Like, I get that, but still, it should be a priority,
Right?
Say that again?
I said, right?
Yeah. That's just like if the water get turned on, they're like, well, you have a hose outside. Like if you say your shower don't work, and they're like, well, you have a hose outside. Just go do that. It's like, okay, thanks. I read 11 volumes of Claymore manga on my Kindle with no problem, but I did buy them on Amazon. Yeah. Amazon purchases. Because don't they have the comicsology, something like that?
What's that?
Kindle, you have Kindle Unlimited.
Oh.
Kindle has a comicsology. I don't know.
I never heard of that, but yeah probably.
Yeah, it's a comic subscription that you can have. Like you have Kindle Unlimited, but then they have an equivalent of like a comic subscription. I think they call it comicsology or something like that. But I never did that, so I don't know how you download that if you can. But probably if you pay for a bit of that, formats go.
So rude.
Oh, we'll still show you some love, okay? We'll show you some love. This is the spreadsheet for NetGalley November. Make sure you check it out. I have it saved on my desktop there, in the favorites there. Vanessa says, I'm just extra sprint hopping for folks wanting to read the Crowns of Nyaxia series. I like that name. It sounds like that could be somebody's name. 8% in the Harry Power and got some food. Okay, you're up in there. There you go. There you go. Here's Miss Paula Sprints, who probably started a few minutes ago. Make sure y'all go and show some love and nest for a
Oh, you
bit.
know what, Courtney? That first link that I shared to you, it's not the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet's only for hosts. That link is the YouTube playlist. So everybody's on the playlist.
Oh, okay. It's a playlist. I stand corrected, y'all. Save it anyway. Put it underneath your favorites. I have a whole book tab for
Yes.
my on my computer, and I just have it saved there. So going ahead and what do I have? Is Paula on now?
Yeah, she just started because we're all lined up back to back. So about 4 minutes ago,
Oh, there she goes.
literally-
Okay, I'm in another tab. I didn't see her initially because I didn't go further down. I'm like, hold up, how come that didn't pop up? Okay, I see you. I see you, lady. Okay, there we go. I get a few tabs. When I have my computer, I put a few tabs up. I walk around the house, so I may not be chatting as much, but I put them up and say hi every now and then.
I see
Okay.
I got like one on the TV, one on the computer.
Hey, do what you gotta do, right? Mine pops up quickly going to documents on the Kindle. Oh, really? Okay. That might be it. Sometimes we don't check the documents. I don't know.
Documents. No,
I
yeah,
like a big
I actually
screen.
got an email that said there was trouble sending it because I converted it to the wrong file or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's the conversion. Okay, convert back.
Yeah, I converted it to Kindle format, and it must have not worked, or maybe the files, or maybe it's because I converted the one that expired today. Who knows, y'all? I'll be trying to figure it out. I'll be trying to get to read sometime today.
You tried. You tried. Is it, T for effort? Let's see. Oh, I didn't see a Tia, so we must doing this thing. For some reason, when a Tia comes through here, like about 80% of the time, for some reason, I can't see her comments. I have no idea why it does that. But hey, Tia, how are you doing? Thank you very much for
That's
coming
weird.
by.
Yeah,
Sorry, did not mean to ignore you. I have not seen you. She knows. She knows. But I don't know. My channel Sprints for some reason hates her. I have no idea
I
why.
wonder why that is.
Yeah,
That's
that's
on your
weird.
phone.
Do you have that happen on your Sprints of certain people for some reason?
It's been happening a lot to a lot of people on all different things. So there's
Okay.
some glitch, and everybody, y'all complain to YouTube. Don't do all that contact me stuff. Just click the give feedback button, and you can just send a message. But yeah, it's like every now and again you'll be on Sprints like on your computer, and you'll type a comment, and you'll see it go up in the thing, but then it never comes up on the screen. Like, you know how if you're casting to your TV, it runs the comments as they pop up in the little gray boxes on the side. And then you'll be like, oh, I wonder why that's not there. And then the host goes through the comments and they never pull your comment up, refresh the page, and all your comments you thought you went through disappear. But if you jump on your phone when that happens, it'll usually work on the other one if it's not working on the one.
Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah, I'll have that. I'll ask other people, and that's how I'll note sometimes when people are saying things to other people and stuff, and I'll catch. I'll be like, hold up. Or if it seems like people are talking, or it's been a while, and I was like, I had comments. I know. Did everybody just disappear? And then you go, you're like, oh, yeah. It's an annoyance factor. It's annoyance. Sometimes it just doesn't go through over. I've never been there, never seen the restaurant in Cracker Barrel. Oh, it's a good time. It's like a country type restaurant, like Southern country food. And then there's like a store for it. Like you go through the store, then wait for the restaurant. Good time. I like sitting on those rocking chairs on the porch. Good time.
You wait for your table shopping.
Exactly. And what's funny is the only things I ever buy are those old timey candies too. I don't ever really buy anything. Let's see. Literally got back from getting the kiddos from school, and now it's snack time. Well, you are back just in time for us to say goodbye. We're going to go head over to Paula's channel and check her out. And you're going to order pizza. I'm all about that life. I'm all about that. And I'm with the Ulysses right here. Bugs? No, I don't want to introduce any new bugs for the bold bugs that I have. So I'm going to just
Yeah.
try to eliminate them all.
You can actually plant your your squash and zucchini later in the season. And if
Mhm.
you plant them late enough, but early enough that they'll still, have a good grow season, then you can skip the bugs because their breeding season is at the beginning. So if you wait until it's over and plant them, then you usually won't get them as bad or
Got
at
to
all.
learn how things grow with you. Oh, Cassia knows all about what you're talking about too. Okay,
Yeah.
that works. And then webworms. Ooh, I don't like that term worms. They multiply like crazy and they kill trees.
Huh.
Yeah,
Web.
yeah, I'm not about that life either. Mantis. Okay. Okay. Not my thing. Unemployment done and finished cemetery. Kids don't die. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed it and liked it.
Oh, good job.
Hey, Kat. How are you doing, Miss Lady? How's your
Yeah.
day? We're trying to get out of here. I know I didn't put the last sprint thing on there, but hey, Kat. Hello, hello. I'm going to put on here. There we go. In
Yeah,
case
if
there's
you guys out there have never gone to cat sprints, they are also unique and fun. She on Wednesdays does Mad Libs.
I always think those fun. What was it yesterday? It was the pictures. Oh my gosh, what were they called? Something about IG scary foods or something. It was like scary food pictures
Where on whose channel? On
on
Cats?
Cat's channel.
Oh, I didn't tune in yesterday. I was on our channels, all of our channels for all day.
It was a good time. I think it was what's today? Friday. All my beliefs have been together. I keep thinking today's Thursday. But Wednesday, yeah. But it was a good time. It was just like
That was
I think it was like scary food art or something like that. It was
cool.
fun more than anything. We know how people make like out of bananas and apples. They make spooky things and post it. That was cute. It was cute.
Somebody I don't recognize just walked by. I'm like, who that at the apartment complex?
You gotta know who they are. Know who you know your neighborhood. Okay.
That's right.
I had somebody keep riding by on a bicycle the other day at my house, and I was just like, the whole sprint, I kept being like, that's strange.
That's me last night. I was sitting here and I kept seeing these tail lights out in the parking lot, but the blinds were closed. So I could only see the shape. I was like, I don't recognize that person. Who is that?
Gotta know, gotta know.
He turned into an old man.
It's Nicole.
Good
Hello, Nicole. I've been
morning.
keeping Coda company for you. He's coming back, I promise you. Or he's been keeping me company. How are you doing? This is our host, our main host, right?
Yeah, she's
Uh,
Nicole's the creator of
the creator
NetGalley. No
extraordinaire. Swing scares. If you click on the link that Christina just posted, you'll have all the sprints. There we go. Yep, sprint playlist. And I was just saying we're about to end because I didn't have anything else posted there. Thank y'all all for coming. It's been a good time. Much appreciated. We got some good friends, got some good chat, and got some reading in. And I took care of some business. So you know what? I call that a win, a win, a win. So
Good
I will
job.
see y'all around BookTube. Get some good reading in. You'll see Mr. Coda around. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. You got any parting words?
See y'all at Paula's.
There we go. There you go. Christina's posting the link again. There we go.
Good job. Thanks, Christina.
There we go.